It's Tracy and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo. Out of retirement, we brought my old co-host who used to host the show with me before she got fired, Noelle Herzog.
Hi, hello. Did I get fired last week?
Yeah, you did. I was like, finally. I'm like, she really got fired. So I just wanted to tell you here that you got fired.
Thank you. Okay, and thank you for having me back so soon after the firing.
You know what it was? I regretted it.
The firing or bringing me back right now?
A little bit of both.
Both?
We'll see how much I regret this.
Here.
I'm happy to have you because this is my podcast by myself. So that's
just you alone.
Okay. This is a dictatorship, Noelle.
Okay. What are you gonna? I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you would say that.
Well, we're here to talk about The Other Way season 4, episode 13. And guess what?
What?
My inkling was right.
About?
I figured episodes 15 and 16 would be the tell-all, and I think that's what it is, right?
Yeah, because I think next week is the finale. Yeah.
I don't know if it's a 2-part tell-all. I don't know.
Probably. I feel like it's usually 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
What happens after that?
So far, nothing. I feel like
That's
next week with the finale, they'll have some kind of trailer.
Yeah, I was gonna say because Teen Mom, sure, Catfish, sure. 90 Day never goes on a break, unfortunately.
So this is 90 Day
Once
Fiance.
They went on a break.
The other way. Before this was before the 90. No, it was regular 90 Day.
Noelle, there's no way to know.
So I bet the next one will be like a before the 90 days.
Or an after the 90 day. Or a during the 90 day.
Or a, yeah, right. Something during the 90 days. I don't know. There's too many.
You know what I would like?
What?
You know how they have like all these spinoffs?
Yeah.
I would like 90 Day Fiance HGTV decorating edition. And we just make over everyone's house. We make over everyone's house.
Oh, I thought you meant like they would make over each other's houses because that would be a great watch.
You're talking about like trading spaces?
Yeah, like if Debbie made over like
anything,
Bilal's house. That would be great.
Bilal would not be okay with that.
I know, but I would be okay with that.
Bilal wouldn't be okay with anyone making over his house.
That's why it would be good TV.
Well, you just want to see Bilal lose his mind?
Yeah.
And he's like, we're never having a baby now, Shada. Shada.
Yes, I would like to see that. I know, Shada, you rewrite history.
I like it. Well, The Other Way, season 4, episode 13. And we'll jump in the pool. But before we do, patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. If you want to hear the terrible, terrible, terrible things that happened in Florida.
The worst. If you want to hear the worst stories ever, subscribe to Patreon.
Last night, I'm like, Noelle, why can't I stop crying? She's like, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm like, was it my terrible Florida stories?
I don't know. Everyone's dead. Did you like it? I'm like, oh no, I loved it so much.
It happens.
That's right. Okay, cool. Let's jump in the pool. Who's ready?
I'm ready.
Do you like my new sweatshirt?
I actually really do.
I have not taken it off since I got it. Anyway, moving on. Gabriel and I have taken it off, but just to change into the sweatshirt again.
Just sometimes.
Yes.
Okay. Just to change it to sweatshirt again.
Just to take a shower. Gabriel and Isabel.
All right.
Gabriel's back in Colombia.
Very happy. That was so cute. They're so happy to see each other.
They're very happy to see each other. We finally got, now I haven't said anything because I just forget a lot. There's a head tattoo going on. And I'm always like, is that a head tattoo?
Right here.
Finally get the close up of the head tattoo. It's a whole compass.
Yeah.
Like, wow, you really can't lose your way.
When he first got a haircut, he slacks on getting haircuts. When he had gotten a haircut, you could see it way more.
I know. I'm like, wow, this is a good tool to have.
Right. Well, you never know.
I don't think it spins, though.
Maybe the head has to spin.
He just has a loose neck.
Poor guy. He needs to go to the chiropractor, probably.
What, because of the compass thing?
Yeah.
You think that there's a magnetic pole?
Maybe. You never know. Maybe. He's probably always going to the pole.
The North Pole.
He's pole forward.
You know who would love that?
Who?
Chris, because she would just take some pills.
Okay, good.
I'm just saying.
Good.
So they're getting married on a farm and they're just having 40 people, small wedding.
Right.
And Monica's going to walk him down the aisle. And
Monica's
Isabel's
going to do everything.
I know.
Okay, so when they're explaining this, I'm like, so Monica's Tracy.
Yeah. So she's like, Monica can't walk you down the aisle and be the maid of honor. And it's like, what? First of all, why not?
Why
You're having
not?
so all of a sudden we have all these rules.
Right. So I guess she's more like, why is your mom not walking you down the aisle? And I love it because it's like, well, Monica's the boss. That's why.
Yeah, because Monica said no.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
funny.
But also
Who cares?
stop. So now he's really stirring up this drama with his sister.
Well, okay. I feel like Gabe, typical man, doesn't communicate.
Yep.
And is like he only gives his family a half truth
Yes.
and then gets mad when they have questions.
Yes.
Typical man. Typical. Yep.
Man.
I'm watching this and I'm like, he is so frustrating. You can tell that he's the problem here.
100%.
Uh-huh.
So he makes this all this pretend drama, right?
Right.
And Isabel is the one running the business, but
Right.
his sister wants him to get a prenup.
Prenup. Right.
So okay. So Gabe said that Monica might be cranky coming off the plane because she's hungry and tired.
Okay.
You're trying to make them fight.
But it's also, listen, maybe Monica's just a bitch and he's making excuses for her. Like,
Sure,
oh,
but
it'll be
like,
because she's hungry. It'll be because she's tired.
okay.
But I just feel like don't draw attention to it.
Just don't say anything.
Yeah, just see what happens.
Just see what happens. So they picked him up and Monica's boyfriend comes and Gabe keeps saying, everyone be nice, everyone play nice, everyone be nice.
But everyone is being nice. They're so nice to Isabel.
Monica's annoyed that she doesn't speak English though.
Well, Monica's a bitch. Monica's
yes.
very annoyingly pretty though. I'm looking at her and I'm like, why is she so pretty?
She's like perfect.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not even fair because you're being mean and you're so pretty.
Right. Like be nicer.
Yeah.
You already have a nice face. Just be nicer.
Yeah.
So he's happy. They're happy that I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Isabel is happy that they're finally there. And she's like, what is that supposed to mean? She's like, I'm happy you're finally here. But I'm happy you're finally here. What?
And she's like, what does finally mean?
And she's
like, why are you looking for an issue?
Right. So Isabel wants to talk to Monica before they get married. And she's like, what does that mean? What does she want to say? He's like, I don't know.
Right.
So their mom stayed back and they double date lunched.
Right.
And Monica's like, oh, your ring is so cute.
Because that ring is heinous.
Cute. She meant very small.
Right. She meant
she's like, your ring is so cozy studio apartment in the East Village.
She meant I should have picked it out.
She meant that did not cost $1.
Definitely cozy studio apartment. Definitely a micro apartment.
A micro tell. So Gabe never showed her pictures of the ring. I wouldn't have either.
No way.
Or told her the proposal story. Nothing.
Right. So this is Gabe's fault.
Yeah. So Isabel said that Monica had doubts and asked her why.
Right.
So they tell her that they have she tells them, she's like, I don't have any problems. Like, we don't actually
know anything,
have any problems. So she said that it's fine. And she said, I'll sign a prenup. It's fine.
But then it's because Gabe makes Isabel out to be controlling and crazy.
Well,
and
because Monica is like, have her sign the prenup. And he's like, no.
Right.
And she's like, why? Because she hates you and she's gonna strangle you. And he's like, sure.
Right. He makes it like it's because Isabel is controlling and he's afraid of Isabel. But that's not true. He just doesn't want to do it.
Correct. So she said, listen, I'll sign the prenup. She goes, I don't want anything material from him. But also, I run his business.
Right. Hello?
Well, I mean, what does he have? So
who knows?
I do think that a prenup is very helpful. So people don't understand what a prenup is.
People automatically think if you're going to do a prenup, it's like you're with a gold digger.
Exactly.
No, but a prenup is like actually smart for a lot of people to have. And it's also usually in your best interest.
But that's the thing. You can put anything you want in a prenup. You could say, my wife gets $0. Or you could say, you know what? When we break up, I get the washer, she gets the dryer.
Right. But it's like you could put in there, okay, here's a clause. If he
Anything.
cheats on
Anything.
me, then I get the house. Whatever.
Right. But you
Right.
can also say that when we get divorced, we're splitting everything perfectly down the middle.
Yeah. And it's like, what was it, Charlotte on Sex in the City? It's like you have to like, the first one is like the preliminary, and you have to,
Yes.
you get what you want in a prenup. I don't see anything wrong with it.
There's a negotiation.
Yeah.
It's just a starting off point for negotiations. What?
It's just, I hear it and I see it in my mind, and it just makes me laugh.
So Monica said that Gabriel was too scared to tell her about the prenup. See, now, Monica, now you're causing problems.
Yeah, but Gabe makes it seem that he's
I know,
scared of
Monica,
Isabel.
shut up, Cyril.
I
You know
know.
that your brother's doing this. No.
Monica is stirring the pot.
Monica's like, yeah, you don't want to tell me things? What should I do?
Right. Which, a la Tracy.
Exactly. I like that too. So Monica's trying to make Gabe look bad. And Isabel asks why she has so many questions if they're so close. And you know what? That's a good question.
When she said that, I was like, ooh, she's right though.
That
She's
is
like,
a
I
good
thought they
question.
were so close.
That is a good
But
question.
she doesn't know anything.
His sister is very negative. And Isabel said, listen, we love your brother so much. Like all the way. We accept him. We love him. And
we
then Monica starts crying.
him. Right. Yeah. Which was the perfect thing for Isabel to say.
Right. And then Gabe's like, oh, God, why is she doing this?
Also, you see in the coming attractions that Monica's not coming to the wedding. Why?
Yeah, she is.
I need to know. I know, but it's like, why? Let's see what happens.
Well, moving forward,
Jen and Rishi.
This is the meat.
This is the meat, though.
Yeah. So the B-roll is a lady milking a goat that looks like it's been milked all day. That is a dry goat teat.
This is poor goat. This looks like those geriatric chihuahuas you sent me on TikTok.
This goat's seen better days.
Yeah, not good.
No. Very dehydrated. So Jen feels so bad for the translator because she's putting her in the line of fire.
Give me a break.
Okay.
But also, his family's so nice. You're not doing any of the sort.
Well,
right. Well,
Rishi is in the bathroom with a basket of communal toothbrushes. Okay.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So he's in the bathroom, right? He's got the bucket of toothbrushes by the sink. No, he's not. He's in the living room. That's the living room sink.
What?
Are you looking at the layout of this place?
Okay, I saw him standing there. I saw that he had like jogging pants. I'm like, this is what you're wearing.
He always
when
has
your girls
jogging
are coming
pants on.
over. Yeah, and that's what I was more set on.
Yeah.
I thought he was just in a big bathroom.
Yeah, the living room.
I like that. I would have a sink in my living room.
Sink.
Well,
I would like to have go in the living room sink.
Right, I want to. I want a hand washing station in every room.
Ooh, a hand washing station. I do enjoy that.
Yeah, I like that.
So he's like, I wanted to be the translator. Yeah, I bet you did.
I'm sure I've seen your work before, Rishi.
So
that's why.
So he's like, yeah, you want to get a translator? Quote, it's unfortunate that the translator is so young and beautiful.
Of course he said that. Of course. I was waiting for him to be like, so how old are you?
So Jen's like, ask your mom if she remembers me from yesterday.
It's like, Jen, I think she remembers the cameras. The white lady that comes over with the cameras. I think that's what she remembers.
You mean other older white women come over with a whole camera crew to film a television show? Just her?
Right. So it's more than Jen? Okay. Let's see.
He's like, that woman that comes over, the white lady? She's like, which one? The one with the cameras or without? He's like,
with. Yeah. Her.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, the one you've never met without cameras. So his uncle comes and she's like, do you remember all the questions I was asking you last time? And she's like, who could forget?
Oh, God,
who could forget?
So annoying.
She's like, you asked how many girls were presented.
Right.
And rejected.
Right.
So apparently he didn't meet any of them. And there were 2 to 4 just ideas of women.
Right. They were just talking. He didn't even go out on a date with them.
Myra's like, are you curious as to why we're asking you that? She's like, I'm curious to why there's 15 people in my house of a camera crew. And also, what TV show are we filming? Is this 90 Day Friends?
Right. What is this? Why is there a boom mic above my head? What is this exactly? Come on.
Why did a strange man run a microphone up the front of my shirt?
Right. So she obviously knows something's happening here.
Oh God. But like, but I think about this all the time in all of these shows.
Yeah.
It's like,
right.
oh, you
What do
didn't
you
see it
think that they
coming?
think? Right.
I don't know. I wanna
Especially
know what they
like
tell
when it's
them.
like Usman's family in like the middle of Nigeria. Not, you know what I mean? Honestly,
Yes.
where it's like we're in this small ass town.
Right. We brought you
don't
a
know that
sacrificial lamb.
right. You
And
don't know
also
something's going
a
on.
camera crew.
There's a whole ass camera crew. Your house is in Ring Light City, but like you don't know something's going on.
Oh man. So she thinks that he must have found someone at the gym. Yeah, that's why Jen came from America with all her friends to tell you that Rishi found a girl from around the block at the gym.
Listen,
He found a girl.
Rishi hasn't
Fitness.
even been to the gym in a little bit. We saw that at the oil house a few episodes ago.
The oil waterboarding episode.
Yeah. Precisely. Yes, that episode.
Oh God.
Oh man.
All right. So Randy has her smoky eye on to break the news. Randy got her prom. Her prom was done. So she is in. Okay.
Yeah.
Before you get married.
That's what I thought.
Okay, you put on a silk robe. You get your hair done. You get your full smoky eye for your wedding. She forgot to take the robe off. She's still in the robe.
Randy is a bridesmaid. That's what I wrote.
What? Who did her hair?
She has the
Please tell me it was her.
The robe. You know it was her. It was her.
You think she sat there and did each and every tendril, or do you think
tendril?
You think she set her hair the night before?
She set it and forget it.
Do you think she set it in foam rollers and slept in them? And
that's what I
could barely sleep. This was terrifying. Like I couldn't even lay my head down all the way. Do you remember this?
Yeah, of course I do.
Did your grandma used to set your hair?
Yeah, of course she did.
Day before picture day, it's like, well, I guess I'll just stay awake.
Grandmother also used to use those. Remember those foam curlers that would steam through them? No, the steam ones, and they would drip. And
the Caruso?
Yes.
Of course I do.
Those are them.
They were on TV.
Yes. We had them.
You would do them for like 2 seconds and it'd be like, okay, hurry up, Noelle. Right? Did she make you do that?
You had to be fast. Yes. You had to be so fast.
You had to be so fast.
Oh my God. Tracy, the Caruso. That's what Randy used, the Caruso roller.
I don't know. I got to tell you, I think she used old school foam rollers with a little paper so that her hair didn't tangle on them.
Oh God, do you
remember the papers?
I remember that. Of course I do. I used to perm my grandmother's hair too, and she used to make me roll them up with these papers. Like I'm rolling joints on my grandmother's head. Oh man,
Grandma, you want a J?
I can't believe that you explained that Randy was a bridesmaid. That was my exact thought.
The tendrils.
I'm like, I had a room full of these girls.
I'm like, how does she not
Kentucky.
How does she not have a crystal hairpiece?
I know, right? But she left the robe on.
She forgot to take the robe. She was doing her hair.
It was the shirt before the shirt.
She was cobalt
blue.
She probably has on her like hotel room slippers.
Yeah. You're right. It's a smoky eye too. She even had on a smoky eye.
Got a smoky eye. She was ready to go. They were going to prom after this.
Oh, Randy.
She was getting ready in case that his mom was like, yes, get married right now. She's like, well, all right. And then she takes her robe off and she has a full an asymmetrical.
Yep. From David's bridal. What is it, like crinoline or whatever? She's ready under there.
Yes, it's gonna be beautiful.
Oh, Randy, I can't wait to see her. I actually can't wait to see her. I want to talk about this style.
Randy, you know you listen. Thank you for doing that for us.
I saw last episode you wrote Randy was in her French twist.
Well, I mean,
because I watched the episode, but I emptied my cookies. And when you wrote that, I'm like, did she have a French twist?
Yes.
That's so funny.
She had an updo. I had this updo. I'm telling you, I had this updo. When I was 12 years old, I was in a wedding party. I had this exact updo. I had this exact eye. I wore those robes. You couldn't see because she didn't turn around, but in the back it said bridesmaid.
Oh, okay. I bet it did. I bet it did. It was even the right color. Yeah.
Everything. Sorry, I had to find my slipper. Speaking of
hotel room slippers,
I forgot where my foot was.
I had screwed it.
Oh my God. Terrifying. So yeah, she had her smoky, she had on her what's that called? What did she say that she's an expert in? She had her intervention smoky eye on.
Yes. She had her intervention
She's
eye
like, you know
on.
what this smoke is from? Crack cocaine. She's like, this is all
Just
the crack
right here.
cocaine.
You see my cut increase?
This is my cut crease, and this is
my coke increase.
And this is all the crack cocaine of all the interventions. She's like,
Sounds
but not
great.
for this one. But not for this one. I have some good news and some bad news. She's like, the good news, your son didn't smoke crack. This is eyeshadow.
Yep. Sorry.
The bad news.
Hate to tell you. Bad news is he's getting married.
Rishi. I just changed his name.
Sure.
Rishi is biting his nails.
Yeah, gross.
The translator goes, they need to reveal something to you. Who's they?
Randy, apparently.
Right. So she's like, they exchanged rings. And his mom is like, LOL.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
And she's like, no, they're engaged. And she's like, no, LOL. And she's like, no, seriously. And she's like, all right, well, then I can't talk about this in front of you guys. And Randy's like, on top of that, Jen, tell them the rest. And she's like, Rishi will not be supporting your family anymore. You're going to lose your main source of income. We're going to be moving to Mumbai. Can we get married? Yes or no?
Oh, see, it's like, why? I know that Jen said that she just wanted to say everything all at once. So they knew everything.
That's fine, but they're not going to say yes. Is that okay with you?
Well, that's the problem. It's like a car wreck.
So
yeah,
his uncle's like, no. He needs to stay and take care of us because he pays for all of our bills.
Right, like he's our main caretaker.
Right. So he said that he's super relieved because his mom seemed to take it well, but he's also upset because he feels betrayed. So he sits with his parents and they play this crazy war music.
Oh, I see. I don't notice that.
Oh my God. They played I was like, are they going to sacrifice him?
I never noticed this.
So his uncle is in, quote, terrible shock. He's like, I didn't know if I left a tampon in too long or if I just can't believe this.
Right. Do I have toxic shock syndrome?
Right. Or
am I just shocked?
Or is this just terrible shock syndrome?
Or is this going to pass?
Oh, man. So his mom said that her heart is broken. And it's like, so is Sami's mom.
I was going to say this is very reminiscent, but she took it better than Sami's mother did.
She did. She was like, she only speaks English. How am I going to communicate with her? It's like,
right.
You don't want to.
Don't worry about that though.
His mom said this is a big decision, and his uncle's like, yeah, no, we have to ask everyone.
I guess this is the thing because that's what Sami's mother was saying too.
Everyone, you have to ask everyone.
You have to ask everyone. I guess you have to ask like the whole family. And
right. So they're like, oh, by the way, real quick, how old is she? And he's like, oh, 48. She's like, oh, no.
Right.
He should have been like, I don't know.
Right. I know.
What do you think?
Like, I'm not
sure.
She
looks good, right? That's what I would have said.
She's like around my
I would have been
age.
like, she's pregnant right now.
I probably wouldn't have said that.
I would have been like, she's pregnant with my baby. Can I marry her?
And then his mom would have been like, okay.
And then they would have got married. And then he's like, oh my God, the baby. I don't want to say what happened.
No more.
I can't say it.
The limit does not
exist.
So
she asked, she's like, how would you have kids? And he's like, oh, what? I can't hear you. My other mom's
I feel like
me.
He never addressed it. I guess he doesn't want kids. I don't know.
I'm assuming he doesn't want kids. So they don't want this to happen. His mom said a clear no. She's like, there's going to be a no from me, dog.
Right. And she's like, a clear no. Like, let me tell you right here, N-O.
Right. She said that is going to be a no from me, dog.
That's it, over my dead body.
Right. So, and she's like, and I can make that happen. Because I learned from Sumit's mother.
That's right.
They said, tell her no. So he goes into his bedroom where there's a full refrigerator.
Here's the thing. I watched this episode twice and I didn't even notice anything about this house.
This is what happened.
Yeah.
A child designed this house.
Yeah.
This is what I would have done. This is like when you have a dollhouse and you're
that's true.
And you're like, I'll put the bathroom sink in the living room.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to put the refrigerator in the bedroom.
Because that sounds good. What if
a child made this house?
A string cheese at midnight.
I love a midnight.
It's right there. Me too.
I just keep it in my pocket.
You like them warm.
It's like a room temperature string cheese. It saved me many a night.
That's true. On the ride home from Florida, I had many a room temp string cheese.
So good. First of all, I'll eat it on a plane. I'll eat it on a train. I'll eat it on a boat. I'll eat it on a moat. I'll eat it on a goat.
It's only 8:00 and you are acting wild.
I'm unwell.
Uh-huh.
This is Mental Health Awareness Month.
So you're right. I know.
It's also celiac gluten awareness
Oh, is
month.
it?
Yeah. Thank you for not being aware. Thank you for
Oh,
never
I'm
supporting any
sorry.
of my lifestyles.
That's not true because how many Pride shirts do I have to own?
Okay.
I own so many
appreciate
Pride
that.
shirts.
Thank you.
I keep sending you pictures of myself wearing them too.
I'm like, thank you for supporting.
I know. You're really thank you for supporting my people. Okay.
One day.
Mhm.
Speaking of, let's talk about Danielle and Johan.
Okay. I saw that someone posted in our group today
Mm-hmm.
that their people are triggered by Danielle. And I
Yes.
believe that. Like Danielle really. So Tiffany has always been my most hated on 90 Day. And I have to tell you, Danielle has now trumped Tiffany.
Yes.
Like she's insufferable. I actually feel bad for Johan now.
I don't feel bad for him because he is just trying to get married to get to the United States.
Oh, I don't know. Is he? I don't know. I do feel like he's a dick, but like I feel bad for him because I don't like the way she speaks to him. That's my problem.
No, it's the worst. But I don't think she just started this. That's the only other thing.
Agreed. It didn't happen after they got married. This has been together. This has been since the moment they met. And it's like, stop picking these women.
Okay. Do you think?
Yeah.
So she met with her ex Taylen and she came home and she's going to cook for him because she's going to distract him.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
She's going to cook him pasta and shrimp.
Do you think that her eyes are getting crazier and crazier?
Yes.
Okay. Because she looks,
I do.
I know someone like this. I'm not going to say her name, but I'll tell you after.
Okay.
And I met her. She was fine. And then she just like, I can't even look at her anymore because her eyes are just like not, they don't focus when I look at her anymore. And it's like, oh, this is Danielle. So he said that he doesn't want her to go out with any friends at all because she has him. And it's like,
oh, that's ridiculous. But he's also like a kid. The way he cannot express himself without being totally immature.
Right. So she thinks that everyone should be friends, that she's like, the solution to that is that you should be friends with my friends. I should be friends with your friends. Everyone should be friends. I got to tell you, I don't hate this.
No, neither do I. But I do not believe if the tables were turned, she would be okay with him hanging out with someone he used to hook up with.
So he's going to meet Taylen.
Right. Okay.
And she's like, when you meet him, you're going to understand what's happening. So they meet.
Yeah, that he's a joke.
Well, that's what it is.
How do you get mad about Taylen?
Taylen is wearing a red bandana outfit. He is wearing a
I'm sorry. Do we have different televisions? He's just in a pink outfit.
I know, but that's what Johan said too, but it looked like a blood in, blood out.
What was it? You commented frosting in, frosting out
on the TikTok.
On the TikTok.
So there's this woman who makes these cakes on TikTok. And of course I have to watch every cake that's ever been made on TikTok.
Yeah.
And she frosted it and it's a red bandana cake. And she's like, yeah, I don't know. They just wanted a red bandana cake. And everyone's like, what?
Yes. And you were like, frosting in, frosting out.
Right. I got like 8 billion likes on that comment.
I was LOLing. You got everyone on that one.
The only person who got more likes was that chef that critiques everything. What's his name?
Oh, he's so funny.
He makes me LOL too. He wrote birthday cake and then put an X and then put birthday bake because when you're a blood, you can't say the C in any word because it's for the Crips.
Right.
Yeah. So like if you ever watched Insecure, one of their neighbors was a blood and he had to say bouch instead of couch.
I love that.
Yeah. That's a thing.
So you have to change your whole language.
Yes. You can't say anything with a C. You have to make it a B.
Can Crips say anything with a B? So it's the how does Snoop Dogg rap? That's so crazy. Wow.
I think I think you
must not use B.
He doesn't.
Wow.
I think
He says, how does he say bitch? I don't know. Kitsch. Kitsch. Okay. Interesting.
Maybe it isn't the other way around. I don't know. But anyway.
I don't know. Whatever. It's still cool.
It's still very cool. Bouch. So he said that he doesn't want her to go out, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. So Taylen comes with his pink and or red outfit.
Okay. I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Watching Danielle cook, I want to know what was happening here. Did you watch them cook or no?
I don't know if I did. I just remember there was a bag of solid frozen shrimp. You're in the
There
Dominican
was.
Republic. You got frozen shrimp from A&P.
I thought the same thing. And I'm like, you went to the grocery store, honey, and you bought frozen shrimp. Okay. Secondly, there's a mortar and pestle?
Yeah.
There's a mortar and pestle. He keeps grinding. And I'm like, oh, maybe he's doing garlic, right? And then she just keeps putting things in it.
What is
and
she
he
putting
just keeps
in?
grinding. She puts in a chunk of Parmesan cheese.
Maybe I'm making
Then she
a
put in like
pesto.
something else. And it's like, what's happening? No, but he's just grinding forever. And I'm like, I don't think this is real. I don't think that
you think
she's
this
making
is a prop?
Yeah. Yes. Because this guy is just pestling and pestling and pestling. Okay, so yes, Pink Flamingo, Blood In and Blood Out comes in.
Oh my God. I hope we don't get flagged. Or bandanaed. So they're all laughing, staring, laughing, very uncomfortable.
Right.
So
Right.
Johan asked him a lot of questions. So he's like, how long were you together? He wants to see who's taller. I think this is really funny.
I just feel like this is Johan being a baby.
I know, but I see. Okay, so yes, but then I see it from a different side where it's like, you want me to meet your ex? Watch.
Okay, I agree with you.
Watch,
and
watch
apparently,
what I do. You're never gonna want me to meet anyone ever again. I'm gonna embarrass you.
I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
But also, so they're from, what is it? 90 Day Fiance, Love in Paradise?
Yes.
Apparently, on Love in Paradise, she just constantly boasts about how big his penis is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So his shoe size is a 14, just like Johan.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, do you know the quote?
He's asking about their sex life. What, would you have sex with her right now?
No.
That one? Oh, what?
Quote, he says to Taylen, Danielle likes men with big penises.
Oh, yes.
And then he asks him how big it is.
He
and
asked
Danielle's
how big
like,
it is.
what? See, this is where I'd be like, don't make me meet your ex-boyfriends.
Well, the thing is that if I was Danielle too, I'd be like, bigger than yours, because then I'd be annoyed. You know what I mean? What do you do?
I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Danielle condition, she can't take it. She cries much too easily.
Oh, the crying.
What are you doing crying?
You're crying. You did this. No one had to meet.
You did this. They did not have to meet.
They didn't have to meet. Also, he's on vacation. Why do you have to see him? Anyway.
Yeah.
So he's asking like personal questions, and she said that it's inappropriate. And then that's when he said, would you sleep with her right now?
Okay. That, I did not like that.
But then Johan said, Danielle's done things in the past to break the trust. And then she said that he humiliates her to keep the power.
Right. Well, like what he did at his birthday party with all the kids party, how he like humiliated her in front of everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
So but
what
she
are you
does
guys
the
doing?
same thing though.
Right. So now Taylen's like, well, I mean, you know, she loves you very much. Like, I don't know what he's like. I gotta, actually,
he's so uncomfortable. Yeah, he's so uncomfortable. If I was him, I'd be like, get me the hell out of here. And then she starts crying at the table.
But that's what I'm saying. She's crying and she's telling him that he humiliates her. It's like, oh my God, I actually have to go to an initiation ceremony.
Right. I'm dressed for it. I'm dressed the part.
Please. All right, moving on to
Debbie and Oussama. So this Debbie and Oussama was the part that I didn't see the week before. That was like the one part I didn't see the week before. But I read about it on Reddit to find, and then I read,
so basically
I saw the recap. Yeah.
All right. First of all, that was the best scene that they've ever had.
Yes. Okay. But what I want to know is what turned him? How did that happen? Just out of nowhere?
I'm going to tell you how, because she met his family.
Right.
And his family was like, okay, good. You're going to bring him to the United States. And she's like, no, we're going to stay here. And his sister's like, no, our plan was that he's going to go to the United States with you. He's like, you don't even want to live here. What are you talking about? And he didn't really say like a lot.
Yeah.
And then later that night when they went to go paint, he painted a picture of E.T. He said it was
right.
him.
I saw.
She said that she paints herself much younger, which is perfect. He said, listen, if you're not going to give me my green card and we're not moving to America, then leave me alone.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And she's like, what?
Where's
this coming from? And he's like, yes or no. And he
that's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know how that came about.
That's it.
That's what I wanted to know.
Out
of
nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
out of nowhere.
That's crazy.
A flip switched in his head, and he was mean as the day is long.
He was so, when this opened, he was so mean, and I'm like,
That's
what
how he
did I
was.
miss? Okay,
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. He was like, I don't know. He flipped.
He wants to go to the U.S. because they respect art and his career
said that he
there.
has to make and he has to sell art there, and he only cares about his future. And his plan was always to live in the United States and make money.
But
and
in
she's
3 years, he never one time brought up
no
to live in the U.S. ever to her. That's why. And you
He
know
was
what? I
playing
have
long
to tell
game.
you, I didn't think he was an opportunist.
And here we are.
Yep.
So his plan was always to live in the United States. She said that she will not marry someone for a visa. And he said, then we can end this. And she
calls him a cold-blooded snake.
She said that he's the scum of the earth. And he turned on her. He's acting terrible.
Yeah.
And he said that she's lying about them not speaking about going to the United States, but he doesn't care.
This flipped me out. When I was watching this, I was like disturbed for her.
His self-portrait looks like, do you know that
I saw. I saw. That's exactly what I thought he was trying to replicate that picture.
Okay, well, I think he did. So she's crying and she's gonna go pack, get a hotel and leave. And he calls her. He's like, fine, I'll call you a cab. Goodbye forever.
But I think that he was obviously just trying to prove a point, like call her bluff.
You know what else this painting looks like?
What?
It looks like the female reproductive system. You know how like the ovaries are here and then the uterus is squiggly?
I could see that.
I'm like, he's not good at this.
I could see
maybe
that.
Maybe
when
he
I
should practice in Morocco a little bit more before he's selling pieces in the United States.
You would think, right? What is he selling? Where is he selling this?
Probably Union Square.
Etsy.
He's moving
when
to the
I
US
first saw this,
business.
my first thought was this, that picture.
All right, so she calls her son.
I like that she said he urinated on her trust.
She's very silly. So she calls Julian and tells him that they broke up. And she said at night his personality changes. And
that is so like, what is he, a werewolf?
She said that she's afraid of the dark there. I gotta tell you, I kind of felt that though.
That Noelle, he changed at night
when this scene started. You're not a little freaked out about how he was acting?
Of course I was.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So maybe he's always like this at night.
But that's the thing. It's like, has she just not been with him at night because they have to sleep separately? Like,
I don't know.
What is it?
So maybe he's sundowning. So she explains that what happens, and he's like, let's make a plan to get you out of there. And Julian said, cut ties, block him. And she's upset because he wrote her that nice poem.
And she said she doesn't know if she's ready to go home.
She doesn't know what to think.
So you know what? Like when him calling her bluff, he's right.
Right. But she also says, she's like, it's not even the physical relationship that I'm going to miss.
Because you don't have one.
Yeah, maybe they do.
I don't know. I have to tell you, I think that he's a virgin. And I think that she's maybe over the hill.
I think that they do the stuff. And he was playing the long game.
He's really dedicated then. Get this guy a visa. I don't know, man. If I was her, I would not have called Julian. He is the last person I would call.
Yeah, but I mean, she that's it.
Yeah,
like,
I know, but she's not going home. That's the thing. She's not gonna.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Speaking of going home, let's talk about Nicole and Mahmoud. So he plays dominoes at Man Cafe. Is that like a cat cafe?
It's a just for men. It's where they all dye their hair.
It's where they all blend away the gray in their beards.
Yes. That's what it is.
Oh man. So
that's why women aren't allowed in there.
And like, no, it's embarrassing.
Right. We don't get to see us like
we don't get to go get your bikini waxes with you. So he tells him that he might have to move to the US and she's leaving with or without him, basically.
Yeah, she's over it. But she also thinks if she brings him to the US that all bets are off. He's not Muslim anymore. His culture's over. Everything is different.
It's going to be harder for him to enforce his rules.
Of course it is. Yes.
He said that she's been trying to adapt for 4 years.
Where have I been?
I watched a different show.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't on.
She hasn't even gone to the market yet. She picked out mushy cucumbers.
But but that's the thing. What has she done to try to adapt?
She went to the market one time.
She doesn't leave that pink room. She just sits at her vanity all day long, charging her battery.
She steams up the whole bathroom. So he said that she tried so hard, so he's gonna try.
I don't think that he would do good in America.
I think he should try it. I mean, if she's going to leave him anyway, you might as well try it.
No, I think that he should too. But also, it just goes to show you he's not looking for a visa because she's actually right. And that's the thing. It's kind of like, I guess he does like her.
I know. It's like, Debbie, do you want to go live with Mahmoud?
Right.
He has a pink room. You're going to love it.
I know. You could just stay there.
You could love it.
She would love it there.
She would. So his brother thinks that this is a bad idea because it's too much shock. And he asked if they will fight about clothing there too.
Mahmoud is much more uptight than his brother is.
Yeah, but he's also like,
like his brother had tequila. You know, like remember when his brother had tequila and Mahmoud
and he was like,
I'm
I
telling
can't
mom.
Yeah,
right.
That's what happened.
So I think next week the finale. No Chris or Jamie this week. That's the only people I want to watch.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
I hope she's okay. I hope she doesn't have a compass on her head.
Chris just posted all of the wedding pictures on her Instagram too.
That's amazing.
I'm gonna post them tomorrow.
Sorry, my compass. My compass is going crazy. We were spinning on our axis.
She's out. She's up pole. She's down
Sorry,
pole.
time is passing.
Oh, poor Tracy. How's she gonna sleep tonight?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I hope I don't have to set my hair.
The Caruso. I'm never gonna get over that.
I remember
the Caruso.
So I remember I could see the box. I could see the girl on the box with her highlights.
Yes.
Like I can't.
Oh, Tracy, you made my day. You did.
You made my day. Well, guys, we can make your day every single day at patreon.com/trash talk podcast, where you could find all of our bonus podcasts, including our favorite podcast, BS, where we just
we do a lot of this, really.
Yeah, we do a lot of this. So do that. Go to TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming tour dates and every kind of social media thing that you could ask for, every link to every single podcast. Don't forget, we do 2 other completely free podcasts. Teen Mom Trash Talk and Catfish Trash Talk. You guys asked and we delivered. So make sure you go over and check that out. If you want to talk about this show or the podcast, make sure you go to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk on Facebook. Join our discussion group. That's where we talk to fans. That's where we talk about the show. We talk about the podcast. It's going to be a great time. Go over there, answer the questions, join the group, and that's where you can do the stuff.
Like our reels and comment on them.
Like and comment on our reels. Nikki Clips does a really good job with them. So check that out. And make sure you follow the show at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. On TikTok, we're Trash Talk Podcast. Follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And I'm at Trixie Tuzini, TrixieTuzzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. My upcoming tour dates, don't forget it, TraceyCarnazzo.com. I will be in Montreal, Canada, June 9th and 10th. Thank you so much. And tons of other tour dates coming up. So keep your eye on TraceyCarnazzo.com. I'll also this weekend be at Yonkers Comedy Club featuring for Dean Edwards of Saturday Night Live fame.
That's going to be so cool.
Okay, bye.
Bye.